Hello, everyone. My name is Joari Gonzalez, and this is the beginning of a podcast I am starting. Today, my first guest is Edgar Arreola.
Hello guys, how are you?
Besides him being a really good friend of mine, he's also a talented actor, and he's worked in many projects, many films and TV series. And not only he's a great human being, like I mentioned before, not only is he my friend, but he's a great human being. Even though I've only known him for a few years, I feel like I've known him for a very long time. And I have the privilege to actually call him a friend. And
yeah, don't call me dad because your dad's gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Hey, you love me like a dad.
Let's get rolling.
Yeah.
What got you in the industry? What motivated you to become an actor?
Well, I was always a clown. I like to joke a lot, and I had the passion for acting. I had the bug, and I didn't know how to get there. So I started training once I found the opportunity and the place to go to train, and little by little I started getting into short films. I started until I got my agent, and I've been with her for 17 years, 18 years, something like that, and everything started going from there on.
Yeah.
And I 10 years passed by, and I'm sorry, 10 years passed by, and I didn't know I was already too deep in it, But it is a great satisfaction. It's a great thing going on. I'm very passionate about it.
What are one of the first projects that you remember doing, and from when you started off and you said, yeah, this is the one thing I definitely want to do for the rest of my life? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was an extra for a movie that it was shot over here in Dallas.
Okay.
And they cut me halfway,
Oh.
I mean, you could see in the film only
Right.
half of my face, but I was like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
When you see the movie, you're like, oh yeah. But I think, I don't remember the title of it.
Okay.
I do remember that it was C. Howell Thomas, the main actor, or one of the main actors.
Okay.
But it's been many years ago, and I have very bad memory. I don't even remember what I ate yesterday, But anyway, yeah, I think that just the then again, the adrenaline, the thrill of being there and being all this production behind the camera and all that, I'm like, I like that.
You like the way how that feels.
That
for sure.
Yeah.
No, I bet it feels great, and being able to be a part of something big, many times in movies, in my perspective, they change people's lives because they become a part of them. They become a part of who they are, what they identify with, and when that happens, it just seems like you can essentially change people's lives, right?
Yes, because I mean, in so many different ways you can change people's lives. But I mean, of course, then again, and I hope it doesn't sound selfish, but the more you do, your life is changing. And most of the time, and I hope everybody does the same thing, it changes for the good, not for the bad. I mean, of course, there have certain bad things that happen to other actors, but just to see the people's reaction of what you're doing and recognizing your job, recognizing how good or how bad you did. Of course, many people will say, "Oh, yes, that."
Right.
But I mean, they usually say, "Oh, you know what? That was great," and this. And most of the time, people ask me, "How was working with this guy or with that girl and all that?" But it's a normal thing, I guess, because of course they were way famous than I am. So it's always the question, how were they?
Yeah.
But also another thing that it drives you to do those things is because it's a new experience every time.
Right.
It's a new project. And the first projects that I didn't enjoy them as much as I do now, because I didn't realize that was one-time experience in life.
Okay. Yeah.
Although it's acting, although it's filming, although it's in front of the camera and all that, it is completely different.
Right.
Different actors, different production company, different everything, you know. So every single project, to whoever is watching, and I hope some actors are watching, every time you go on set, enjoy that moment, because that moment is never gonna come back.
Right. What about like as far as how do you prepare for these roles? What are some things you do? Maybe you read something, you look at maybe your past projects, and you say, but maybe you prepare yourself differently. Maybe you, after you're done doing one project, you say, all right, I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna move on to my next project, but I gotta, you know, kind of clean my head and focus on my next project. But I start doing, you know, whatever hobbies, or maybe you just stay home and you're like, all right, well, I'm just gonna wait here until my...
Well, you know, I think I'm better off at projects than staying home, because everybody bugs me at home. My wife, my dog, my bird, my son. I mean, no, I go to set, I just go to the hotel and I'm done. That's where my rest comes. At home, forget about it.
Right.
You know? No, there is no rest there. And there are always honeydews. So that's the worst thing. No, the preparation for a project, I think, well, first of all, I aid myself sometimes with Captain Google.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Not necessarily to be influenced by whatever information may be there, but I think more to see examples of what you can do, because you cannot mimic some other person, or even that. If it's a real life person, you probably be better off mimicking what this person was doing. Okay. Because that's what they're looking for in you.
Right.
If it's a real thing, a real life person. But if it's a project written just action and all that stuff, well, what Edgar would do if he was in that situation,
right.
You know, always has been my philosophy. I'm pretty sure I heard it somewhere else. That always immerse yourself in the character. In that way, you can come up or come across as the real thing.
Right.
You know. So.
Right. No, that makes sense. I mean, that's I think that's the way to do it, because you wanna be authentic to yourself, and also, and this is my assumption, as an actor, you wanna portray your own thing, but in that character, right?
Correct.
You don't want to be like following somebody's steps or imitating or copying somebody, because at that point it's like, oh, we've seen that, we don't want to do that anymore, right?
Yeah.
So no, it makes that's a valuable point, and it makes sense.
And if you allow me, no, to make a commercial on this, but I do teach acting,
Okay.
and that's what I always tell my students. That, you know what? Always think, what would you do if you were in this situation? Because it's always very important, and this is nothing I say, is something that I learned, is that allow always the character to be you, and you be the character, which comes back to one simple thing to better understand it, which is, what would you do if you were in that situation?
Okay.
And just react naturally possible as you can.
What is the best advice that you've received?
The best advice I ever got was when I was struggling with my line, and one of these actors came to me. He said, "What's going on? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you know, I'm a little bit nervous." "Oh, don't worry about it. Just say it. Have fun with it." I'm like, "Okay." I was scared shitless. You know?
Yeah.
So for that matter, it was like, okay, how am I gonna have fun? Because I'm worried about my lines, and then the lines. What if I don't say them right?
Right.
I was scared, you know. And but after the first cut that they yell, you're like, you relax,
Right.
and the rest of it just comes natural, you know. And you are relaxed by that. I don't know. When I played football, I was always very nervous. I think before the game, I always went like 4 or 5 times to pee.
Okay.
And once I got the first hit, I was like, okay, let's keep going. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's something, and it's the adrenaline that you always want to do good. You always want to do the right thing. You always want to be in it, you know.
Yeah.
So that I think is the best advice I ever got.
Okay.
Relax, don't worry about it, just do it.
Just do your part.
I'm still struggling with that.
And I think part of that would be maybe just it's natural to be nervous because it's a new project. You know, you're doing something new. Obviously, like you mentioned, it's your job, so you want to make sure that you impress the people that you're working with.
Correct.
So they can, they can count on you. It's like this guy is important, it's valuable. He's bringing something to the table, and that transmits to your next project, to the next director, to the next actors, and they're understanding. Oh yeah, this guy is good. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I think we all have that. Whether it's acting, whether we're playing sports, or whatever it is that we're into, that's just who we are as human beings. There's no way around it.
In acting, the community is very small.
Right.
And yes, the word spreads and they get to know you for a good person, bad actor, good actor, but bad person,
right,
you know?
Of course.
Or you are good in both of them. You can be a great person, but you can be a bad actor. I mean, if you're a bad actor and seeking to continue in your acting career, you better prepare yourself, and get better. But you can be a great actor and you can be a bad person. What I mean with bad person is that you can mistreat the people who's trying to help you, not treat properly the people who are helping you to do your job better, because when you are on set, you have tons of people trying to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel good, for you to be focused 100% in what you're going to be doing. So, but there are other people that are known that they're great actors, and you find out that as people, they're bad. And what I'm saying bad is that, to me, a bad person is the person who treats bad others. It doesn't matter what the others do. I think everybody in the film industry, I can say just in that industry, that in the film industry there is good actors, great actors, and bad people. And that is when you treat bad the personal assistants, the ADs, the grip people, or get out of my way, or all that kind of crap.
Right.
I think every single one of us deserve respect, and as such, I try to respect everybody, because I have seen some people treat bad the extras, and I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like that. I always try to interact with them, with the extras, and when I'm on set.
Right. Well, I mean, and I think to your point, I think what that makes it's important to do that because they're also there to fulfill their job, right?
Exactly.
And it's a collaborative thing.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. You're the one exposed to the camera. You're the one showing yourself. But not everybody sees the outside work. Everything that goes into it, the production. The people helping to, whether they're getting costumes ready or helping you. There's not a lot of time in between scenes or cuts or whatever, and they need help people to come and help, bring whatever it is.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I greatly appreciate. You're a very respectful person.
Thank you.
I think that's the reason why we've bonded the way we have. I have respect for you for being that person that respects others.
Thank you.
And I think that makes you a very genuine person. So
you're gonna make me blush or cry.
Well, I hope both. we can get it on camera.
Right.
This is how you really cry. But in all honesty, I think that's a very good trait to have as a human being, as a person.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, man. But I have to tell you, I'm a mean muffle. Too.
You have your bad side.
Yeah, I have my dark side. People will say that of me because they have gotten me on my wrong side. And I believe that all of us have our bad times, bad sides. I always try to be as helpful, useful, and I believe in people. Okay, I think, and I may be wrong, I think that the fact that I get so angry is because I always trust everybody and anybody. So when they start abusing that, is when the mean bastard comes out.
Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
But no, I am bad when I'm bad. You know.
You have your limits.
Yes,
I think
exactly.
we all do. I mean, we can't just assume that everybody's gonna be always nice to us just because, and we can, and you know, people can just get away with you know, treating other, like, you know, like kind of what you're mentioning, you know, treating people bad and expecting to be treated nice.
Exactly, and not only that, but sometimes people abuse what you give.
Right.
And you give and you give and give and give, and they're just taking. And there are the others that they keep taking from you, and you turn around, they're talk bad about you, and then you turn back to face them, and they're buddy and this and sweet and that.
Yeah.
And some other people is like they want always to have things their way, and when they confront you and you are not giving in their way because it's the wrong way, they get frustrated, upset, and they start saying shit about you.
Sure. That's again, we go back to the same thing, is because it's always about them or me, and it's that mentality, and so they when you confront them or you tell them, no, you know, I don't find this right, you know, you tell them, it's like, oh, you get backlash from that.
Don't get me wrong, there are occasions also that I don't like to hear my truths, you know? So then it's like, oh, sugar, you know. But yeah, no, this any person, anybody, you and I have always had a pretty good relationship, and I hope to continue having it.
Yeah,
but there have been people that I have had great relationship. They have tried to help me. I have tried to help them, and it gets to a point that they don't want me anymore, and they probably don't know how to get rid of me, and that's when the betrayal comes, or the misunderstanding or the confrontation comes. Right. You know, I'm not the sweetest person out there, as you know.
You're not a saint, exactly. Right.
But yeah, that's. I want you to know that or your audience. I want your audience to know that I am also a human being, and I am filled with flaws.
Right.
You know,
as we all do. I mean, as we all have flaws. Yeah. You know, we're not in any way perfect.
Right.
We're just trying to do the best we can.
Correct.
So,
correct.
100% agree with that. So. So I guess we can move on to the next question. What do you? I guess you've been doing this. You said you've been doing this for about what?
For 20 plus years.
Okay. What do you see yourself doing in the next, 5-10 years?
Kicking ass. Very simple. Right. Kicking ass.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, this is on the personal note. When I was 22, 23, I learned that life is not granted. Okay? I learned that right now we can be here and one of us may be gone tomorrow.
Sure.
So my plans from now until 5 years, I don't have any plans.
Okay.
Ask me from now to tomorrow, I'll tell you.
Okay.
But or the day after tomorrow. I'm not being negative because I don't consider myself a negative person.
Right.
But my whole life is always positive, except life itself.
Okay.
I don't know if it makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're limited to think about maybe up to a point, but anything beyond that, you rather not think about it. Because you don't know if you're even gonna make it to that point.
Yeah, in some sort of way, yeah, or some sort of creepy way. The way you put it, it's more like
living. You're more interested in living in the present than you are.
Right, exactly. And I always give some time to the what if.
Okay.
It's always the what if. Although I try not to apply it in my everyday life, there is always the what if. Okay. But ask me about my projects tomorrow or Tuesday or even Wednesday, and yes, that's why I said my plan for 5 years from now, kicking ass.
Fair enough. No, that makes sense. You're the type of person that likes to live in the present.
Right.
Some people have ideas of what they want to accomplish in 5 years and 10 years or what have you. But living a little bit more present, kind of, in a way, kind of fits your personality of being, having that thrill. You want to have that thrill to wake up and okay, I know what I'm working on today, because I actually woke up today. But if I didn't wake up, then I wouldn't have anything to work on.
Correct.
So no, that's valuable information.
And now that you mentioned that, and I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
I read somewhere not too long ago that the life that we're living right now is a vacation from our true life.
Okay.
And
a little spiritual, a little philosophical.
Yeah. And it really grabbed my attention, and I was like, dang. That's true. I mean, if you want to go religious and philosophical, as you mentioned, but we have the opportunity to do a lot of things in our vacation right here, right now.
Sure. It's funny you mentioned that. The other day, I was that caught my attention. Very similar to what you're mentioning. There was this comedian, because I heard it from a comedian. He mentioned that our life is actually just the dash, that goes in between the two numbers that either tells our birthday and our final day or the day we pass.
Right.
But it's like you actually think about it. It's like it's this little.
It's a minute.
It's a minute thing, but it means so much because as human beings now that since we're awake. It's like, wow, this is the present, this is the now. I don't even know what's gonna happen tomorrow, and I don't even know what happened before that. But I'm living the moment. It's all about just this little dash right here between two numbers, and that's all it is.
It's pretty cool description that it is very interesting.
Yeah, they reminded me of that, but I started thinking about that, and it stuck, and it just made. I was like, wow, that's pretty deep.
Right.
In a sense, it's very deep.
And along those lines, I was telling my wife about 3-4 days ago. I have friends my age from school that we remain friends, and they're already talking about retirement. And I'm like, holy crap! I have never thought about retiring. I don't have in my head to quit doing what I'm doing, or to say, okay, you know what? This is my life. I enjoyed it. Okay, I'm gonna do nothing. I can't. I need to be doing probably something. But I don't know. I guess as long as I have strength and I can move, I'm gonna be moving.
Sure.
But and my wife also had pretty good insight on it. She said, because you don't have a normal life.
That's true. That's what it makes sense. Yeah, it kind of goes with that. Yeah, because in your world, at least the way you work and your career is based on, maybe a lot of projects and stuff like that. You don't have the typical, or what people would think 9 to 5. I punch in at a certain time, I punch out at a certain time, and the rest is family time. Yours, it's completely different. You get called to do something. And it's okay. I'm gonna be here for the next, 3 months, 4 months, whatever. You start doing that, and then you move on to the next thing, which and it could take a while to move on to that.
Exactly.
Or you can just maybe you have something lined up already where you only have 1 week of break, and the next day you're already hopping onto another plane or hopping onto the next project.
Right.
So again, which is very interesting and thrilling because now you're just like, whoa, I'm working on this. Now guess what? I'm gonna go work on this, and they're completely different too.
Yes.
They're opposites.
Exactly.
Complete opposites.
And now that you mentioned that, you made me think. Okay, I'm gonna be a month or two working, because believe it or not, our days are anywhere from 12 to 16, 18-hour days.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm gonna work for a couple months, and in between projects, I'm gonna take some time of my retirement. Right?
Yeah. There's a retirement.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I guess that's what it is, But my job, my life is not normal. The 9 to 5, as you were mentioning. I enjoy it, and I love, the craziest thing is that I love being on set 12 to 16, 18 hours. And when it's time to go, let's go.
Yeah.
Of course, you crash. You know?
Oh yeah,
But next day is like, okay, I'm ready to go. You know, let's do it again. You know, but yeah, it's not my normal life. You know, and from many people.
Sure.
So.
So besides your acting, you like I mentioned, and you've mentioned, you seem to be very passionate about it. You seem to enjoy it. What else do you do? What else do you find passion in? What else do you keeps you up? You know, what else tells you know? I like this one thing. I don't know whether it's anything, whatever you want to talk about or you don't want to talk about. Anything that you say, I love this as much as this.
Well, I love my family for starters. They are my passion also, and they are actually the ones that drive me to continue going.
Yeah.
You know, they're part of my passion. My wife, as much of a pain in the ass that she can be, she's my passion because she keeps me straight.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
I think without her, I would be in trouble.
Okay.
In many different things. Of course, my son and my daughters, they help me to continue going on. And of course, after that, I mean, even before my wife and my family, always God, you know, always. I don't care what kind of religion you profess, but mine, God, I'm always going to be there. And I know I told you I was not going to get into religious, and I'm not. I just want to say that I give respect to God for what it is or means to me.
Right.
After that, everything that I already listed. And after that, my students.
Okay.
I'm passionate about them. I love them. The only thing I want them to do is great. And if they show that passion, I'm going to be there right by side by side, holding their hand until they can fly. You know. Yeah. And the other thing that I love to do, and that would be in between my acting career, my students, I don't know if it's after my students or in between my students and career, directing.
Okay.
You know, I directed a film not too long ago that it has won a couple of awards.
Oh, congratulations.
And, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. In fact, I'll take it more personal because we won as a director.
Okay.
In the Awareness Film Festival, I think it was.
Okay.
And it was more exciting because that was going to give us the opportunity to be submitted to the Oscars, but we didn't make it.
Okay.
So, but anyways, that's a different story, you know. But it was exciting, you know.
Yeah.
Then again, adrenaline, the thrill, all that. I'm like, okay, I did this, and that. Okay, cool. What? Oh, we won. Oh, that's great, cool. But Oscars, holy shit.
Right.
You know? Right. But I mean, as I said, I don't know if it's just me, but every time there is something that you accomplish or you want to accomplish or you accomplish and you didn't know, it's a thrill.
Right.
You know, and as I said, I'm probably an adrenaline junkie that he likes just to get those thrills and get that adrenaline going, you know.
Sure. No, it seems, yeah. I mean, and like I said, you seem very passionate. So,
yes, I am.
Yeah, so that's what keeps you going, and I think that's a good thing to have. You know, just keep going.
And I wish everybody, I wish every person who does whatever job be passionate about it because you are the one who has chosen to do so.
Right.
I know there are situations where you just do it because you have to feed your family and perhaps you don't have any other options. But as soon as you get an opportunity to do something better, not necessarily become somebody better, because that's somebody better you should be all the time, regardless of what you do.
Okay.
But have the opportunity to better yourself, I think we should always try, you know.
Right.
I don't know, it's my personal opinion, but always to be good and have that thrill of going. You know, sometime in my life, I lived in my car.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was eating leftovers from a restaurant, and I was a dishwasher.
Okay.
And I hate washing dishes, even my own.
Yeah.
I'll cook whatever you want me to, but I'm not washing the dishes, you know.
Yeah.
And I hated it, but I had to do it.
Right.
You know, I had to make money, and until I came to my mind, I'm like, oh, I know, I'm gonna be the best freaking dishwasher from here in this unit. And I did it.
Yeah.
And I was having fun and bragging, I'm your best dishwasher.
Sure.
Yeah, many people say, yeah, whatever. Washing
Right.
dishes, what the hell. But it made me feel good,
Right.
you know? And I think that we need to find that thrill that it makes us feel good and not just to be trying. I was trying to go to work and wash dishes, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But then once I was there, I saw it as an opportunity to be better,
Right.
you know?
And your mindset just changed. You shifted because from that point on, you told yourself, I'm gonna be the best, dishwasher. But from this point on, I'm gonna feel good about it.
Yeah.
So that whole shift just makes you a completely different person.
Exactly. And you know what? Nobody could understand why I worked less than the others, than the other dishwashers. It was very simple. I was the best,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
and I was kicking ass,
Right.
doing my job. So it got to a point that, okay, I don't have any more dishes to wash, I
Right.
mean, pots and all those big old things. I didn't have anything to do. It was just, okay, I'll go out to the floor and I'll check out if I can help to clean tables or
Right.
something,
Right.
But yeah, it got to a point that I didn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
So then when I found out that when I was done, they wanted to let me go home, I was like, okay, I'm going to play stupid. But see, that is the other thing. The system is that it drives you not to be better also.
Right.
Because if in 6 hours I finish everything, or in 5 hours I finish everything, and my shift was 8 and they were sending me home, I needed those 3 hours of wage,
Right.
Yeah. So then you're like, okay, I shouldn't be that good anymore.
Yeah.
But that is an extreme example, if you would, or circumstance, and I'm sure many people out there are doing the same thing.
Right.
And I don't blame them,
Right.
But just try to be the best.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess one last question I got for you. That's if you had since if you could go back, let's say if you could go back, what is one thing you would maybe change about you, or you would give that old you some advice? What would it be? Would it be something in I don't know, whether it's within their life, their career, anything, any kind of advice,
Man,
to yourself back then that you would do differently?
I don't know. I never have thought about it. You're making me think, and that's making me tired. I don't know. Finish my career, maybe.
Okay. Sure.
I was this close to finish, and I'm like, screw it. Stupid, because I invested a lot of time, but I didn't finish. That would be one of them. Oh yeah, this is the utmost. Yes.
Okay.
If you're playing football, take care of your body and don't play strongman or Superman.
Okay.
Because, dude, when I get up in the morning, I feel 90 or 100.
Yeah.
The aches and pains. I think that would be the thing that I would advise myself.
Right. Don't play sports. No.
No. Take care of your body.
Sure.
I never did drugs in my life. Yes, I drank, but I don't think I abused it. That's probably why I am the way I am right now. But that's the only thing that I did abuse, my body playing football.
Right.
Because I loved football, I was passionate about football, and I always wanted to be the best. See, then again, it falls into the same shit. Be the best. That's what you do, but you need to train,
Right.
So, and sacrifice and all that. But I think that anybody who's watching or listening, if you play sports, don't do drugs, and take care of your body, because this is the only one we have.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
But that's probably what I would tell myself.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's about wraps it up for us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you spending or coming on and talking a little bit about yourself. So maybe I look forward to maybe having you again later in the future.
Absolutely, I would love to.
We'll get in touch. We'll see what else we can do, and good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Again, you're a genuine person, and
Thanks.
I wish you the best in anything and everything, and I guess I'll send a shout out to your family, because they're
thank you.
Yeah, I really like them, and they're part of my family too. So
yeah, and I love your family as well. So Thank you very much, and your family as well, and whatever is watching of my family over there. All friends and acquaintances and whoever the hell is gonna be watching this, just please tune in to his podcast. Help him out. Is and all the Mexicans, this is Raza too.
You can't leave them out, yeah?
Right. We cannot. No, seriously, help this guy and help him, supporting him. I mean, we're not asking for money or anything, just audience.
Just audience. Yeah, we're just growing from here.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're just trying to get a little bit of momentum. Just pick up a little bit.
You'll do well. You're a good person.
All right, thank you.
And that's why I accepted also to be here with you. Thank you very much.
I appreciate that, Edgar. Thank you so much, man. All right. It's an honor having you. So
my pleasure.
Hopefully we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And again, my guest Edgar Arreola. You can check him out in multiple films and TV series.
Captain Google will give him everything.
That's right. Google it. He's on there, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.